You are 20 years old, and a friend shows you a game that is just a rising line. A rocket takes off, and a number climbs. 1.5. 2. 3. You cash out, or you crash. That is the entire game. There are no cards, no reels, no skill, only a line and your nerve. Your friend bets $1, cashes at 2, and doubles it in 4 seconds. You feel your pulse change. You deposit $10 in crypto because the site does not ask for a real name. You cash your first round at 1.1, a coward's win, and you are ashamed of how small it is. So the next round, you wait. The rocket climbs to 8, and you are a genius for 3 seconds. Then you learn to wait longer, because waiting longer is where the whole disease lives. The game was built by people who understood that a rising number is the most hypnotic object a screen can hold. There is no dealer to read, no odds to memorize, nothing to learn, which means there is nothing standing between you and the next round. It takes 4 seconds to play and half a second to lose, and a game that fast does not give the part of you that says stop any time to speak. You play 40 rounds that first night without noticing that 40 rounds have passed, and that not noticing is the second thing the game teaches you, right after the pulse. The site offers a feature that plays for you. Set a target, set a bet, let it run. You set it to cash at 2 times, and you watch it win, 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 like a machine printing money. Then it loses 4 in a row, and the printed money burns faster than it ever arrived. You discover the martingale, the oldest trap in gambling, wearing a new digital coat. Double your bet after every loss, and 1 win recovers everything. It is mathematically beautiful. It is also a countdown. Enough losses in a row, and the bet you must place exceeds all the money on earth. You do not believe 7 losses in a row can happen. On night 9, you watch 11 happen. 11. Your entire balance gone to a run that a coin flip produces more often than you were told. The auto feature is the site's kindest cruelty because it removes the last friction there ever was, the need to press the button yourself. You wake up and it has played 600 rounds while you slept, and the balance is a number you do not recognize and did not agree to. You tell yourself the martingale failed because you set the base bet too high, and you lower it, and you are already planning the next run before this one has finished dying. The math does not care how you feel about it. The math is a cliff, and the martingale is a man walking toward it, insisting that most steps are safe. The site swears it cannot cheat. It shows you a hash and a phrase called Provably fair. You do not understand the cryptography. You understand that the word fair makes you feel safe. Feeling safe is the most expensive feeling the site sells, and it gives it away for free. Provably fair means the site cannot change the result after you bet. It says nothing about the edge. The edge is small and constant and patient, a 1% tax on infinity, and infinity is how long you play. You are not fighting a rigged game. You are fighting a fair game that never has to sleep or stop. You will sleep. You will stop. The house is the sum of everyone who did not stop in time. Tonight, you are not going to be one of those people. You are certain. You are always certain. You spend an hour once actually reading how the hash works, verifying a result, proving to yourself the game is honest. And you walk away from that hour more dangerous than you walked in, because now you trust it, and trust is the exact thing it needs from you. Fairness was never the weapon. The weapon is that a fair game and a hungry man can play forever, and only one of them gets tired. You have confused "it cannot cheat me" with "I can beat it," and those 2 sentences do not live on the same planet. You go on a run. A real one. $10,000 from a $200 deposit in one night. The number in your account is more money than you have ever held, and it happened in an hour. Every cell in your body records this hour as the truest thing that has ever happened to you. You do not cash out to your bank. Cashing out feels like admitting the run could ever end. You keep it on the site, in crypto, a glowing number that is somehow both real and not real at all. Within a week, the 10,000 is 4,000. Within 2, it is gone, chasing the hour that made it. You will spend the next decade trying to feel that 1 hour again. You never will. That is the trap sprung. The best night of your life was the worst thing that ever happened to you. You just do not know it yet. The streak rewires something. After it, every ordinary win feels like a rounding error because your body has now tasted the number 10,000. You do the thing every addict does with their best night. You treat it as a preview of your skill instead of a preview of your ruin. Somewhere in the site's data, you are now a specific kind of customer, the kind who has been shown the top of the mountain once, and the whole rest of the design exists to keep you climbing back toward a peak that was pure luck. You would give back everything you own to feel that hour again, and the site knows this, and that is the only thing it ever needed to know about you. Crypto makes losing frictionless. There is no card to decline, no bank to call, no cash to run out of. You buy tokens at 2 a.m. from an app in the same 30 seconds you decide to. The walls are all gone. You have a wallet whose only purpose is feeding the site. Money goes in. Money does not come back. You watch your salary land on Friday and dissolve into the wallet before the weekend is over. You start borrowing from a second app, an instant lender that charges by the day and never sleeps either. Now 2 machines run against you at once. The rocket and the interest. Both curves only ever go up. You are 23 years old, and you measure your life in the gap between paydays and the wallet's hunger. The wallet has no balance you keep in your head, only a direction, and the direction is always the same, and the direction is out. Cash used to run out. A wallet never runs out because there is always another app, another loan, another 30-second top-up you can perform before the doubt arrives. You realize one night that you have never once in 2 years withdrawn money from the site to your actual bank, that the arrow has only ever pointed one way, and you push the thought down and buy more tokens. Friction was the only friend you had, and crypto quietly killed it. And now, there is nothing at all between a bad thought at 2 a.m. and an empty account at dawn. Quick fact, subscribing to this channel has a house edge of exactly 0%. No wallet, no hash, no rocket. Just press it once and you cash out every single time. You find a chat full of people watching the same rockets, calling out cash outs, cheering crashes. For the first time, the losing has company, and company makes the losing feel almost like a sport. They post huge wins with the balance visible, and you never once consider that a screenshot can lie. There is a streamer they all follow, who plays with what looks like infinite money and never flinches. You do not know his balance is funded by the casino. You only know you want to flinch like he does. Never. The chat has its own words. You learn them. You belong somewhere now, and it is a somewhere that is on fire. When you try to stop for a week, it is not the money you miss. It is the chat. It is the belonging. So you go back for the belonging, and you pay for it in the only currency the room accepts. Nobody in the chat ever posts a loss with the balance visible, and it takes you 2 years to notice that the room only ever cheers, never mourns. The people who lost everything did not announce it. They simply stopped typing one day, and the chat scrolled over the space where they used to be without a pause. You are, statistically, already one of those future silences, a name that will one day just stop appearing, and everyone still in the room is too busy climbing to notice you go. The community is not your friend. The community is a waiting room where everyone insists they are about to be called, and no one ever is, and the door only opens outward. Someone asks where your money goes, and you hear yourself invent an expense that does not exist. The lie is small and smooth, and it works, and the ease of it frightens you more than the loss did. You have a partner who thinks the two of you are saving for something. You are saving for the rocket. You move money between accounts to hide the shape of it, a magician whose only trick is on himself. You tell yourself you will win it back before anyone notices. Win it back is the sentence under everything. There is no version of the arithmetic where you win it back. You do the arithmetic. You bet anyway. One night, your card is declined buying groceries, while $90 sits in the deposit wallet, waiting. You put back the groceries. You do not touch the $90. That is the night you understand. The lying stops being an event and becomes a climate, a weather you live inside, until the truth is the thing that would feel strange to say. You keep a second story for every account, a cover for every withdrawal, and maintaining the stories becomes a second full-time job you are also losing at. Your partner asks if everything is okay in the specific, tired voice of someone who already knows the answer, and you say yes, and the yes is the loneliest word you own. You are not hiding the money anymore. You are hiding yourself, the whole shape of who you have become, from the one person still standing close enough to see it. You add up the wallet, a year of deposits, every 2 a.m. top-up you told yourself did not count. The number is $41,000. It does not feel real because none of it was ever cash. It was only ever a glowing figure and a rising line and a feeling you have not felt since the streak. Your partner finds the lending app. Not the gambling, the borrowing. Somehow, the debt is the worst betrayal. They do not yell. They ask one question. How long? And your answer is a year longer than they feared. They leave. The apartment is very quiet, and in the quiet, the site loads instantly, the way it always does. You almost play. Your thumb is on the button. The rocket is already waiting to climb without you. You close the laptop. It is the hardest thing you have ever done, and it lasts, this time, 11 days. $41,000, and you cannot point to a single object in the room that it bought, because it bought nothing. It only ever rented you a feeling, by the second, at a price that was always the whole amount. The debt is the part that survives the gambling, the part that keeps charging you by the day for nights you can no longer even remember losing. In the quiet, you finally hear the thing the speed always drowned out, which is that the rocket never took you anywhere, that a line that only rises so it can vanish was never going up. It was only ever a countdown wearing the costume of a climb. You sit on the floor of a quiet apartment at 31 years old and understand that you did not lose a bet. You lost a decade, one 4-second round at a time, and no single round ever felt like the one that mattered. You find a page where you can ban yourself from the offshore sites that will honor it. Some will not. You fill it out. You block the wallet app. You delete the chat where you finally belong somewhere. For 11 days, you sleep. On the 12th, a new site advertises to you, brand new, not on any list. It has a rocket. It has a hash and the words "Provably fair." It has a 200% welcome bonus. You know exactly what this is. You know the arithmetic, the edge, the streak that will never come again. You know that belonging is a trap, and the glowing number is not real, and the wallet only eats. You have never in your life understood a thing so completely and been so unable to use the understanding. You deposit $10 because the site does not ask for a real name, and the line begins to climb. This is the cruelest fact of the whole disease, that knowing is not the cure, that you can hold the entire truth in your hand and watch your other hand make the deposit anyway. The self-exclusion list is real and it works, and it is also a wall in a field because the offshore sites are infinite and each new one arrives, not knowing your name and eager to learn it. You relapse not because you forgot what you know, but because the part of you that presses the button was never listening to the part of you that knows, and it has waited 11 patient days for the knowing to look away. The recovery, when it finally comes, will not come from understanding more. It will come, years from now, from the small, unglamorous act of not opening the site today, and then not opening it tomorrow. And that is the only arithmetic that ever beats the rocket. You are 34 years old, and you are watching a rocket rise on a phone in a quiet room. The bet is $1. It is the same bet your friend placed the very first night, a lifetime ago. The number climbs. 1.5. 2. 3. You could cash out now and be exactly even for the round. You do not cash out. You have never once, in 14 years, cashed out at the moment you should have. The rocket climbs to 5, and you feel the old certainty rise with it, warm and total and false. It crashes at 5.1, a tenth of a second after the number you were sure it would pass. The line falls to 0 the way it always falls, instantly, completely, without any drama at all. You place another $1. The site does not ask for a real name. The line begins again to climb.